So who's at fault for the Lakers falling to the Timberwolves in the first round? It seems like everybody has a theory and they're all pointing fingers, so I thought, hey, why not share my theory and who I'm going to point at? Let's talk about a few of the candidates. First, it seems like a lot of people today are putting the blame on J.J. Redick.
J.J. Redick coached very immaturely in this series.
The young coach, inexperienced coach. Obviously, after game 4, it seemed like he was pretty angry. I mean, his bedside manner as a coach, at least with press conferences, isn't the greatest, but this one got a little intense.
Sticking with the 5 you stuck with in the fourth quarter the other day, and is there an assistant or someone maybe that you'll lean on tonight, maybe to try to get some other guys involved if that opportunity presents itself?
Are you saying that because I'm inexperienced and that was an inexperienced decision that I made? Do you think I don't talk to my assistants about substitutions every single time out?
No, I just think there's a lot of coaches lean on their assistants in those situations.
As do I, every
on.
single time. That's a weird assumption.
Thank you, Coach.
Now, that obviously wasn't the best way to handle that situation. You could have easily answered the question without getting so angry. Obviously, he took it personally because he's probably pretty self-conscious about how young he is as a coach. And so all of those questions sound like an attack. I don't think that's what the reporter was intending, but that's how he took it. But is he right? Is he inexperienced? Absolutely he is. And he made a terrible call in game 4 to keep his starters, one of which is a 40-year-old superstar, on the court for the entire second half. Not to mention, Luka, he fought an illness, and then he's talking about how he has back pains and is probably going to be taking some rest during the offseason just because of that. He might be injured, and he tried to play through it. And you had both these guys on the court for the entire second half? That's just stupid.
Not a great plan.
But when you look at the bench of the Lakers, I mean, like, it's not a great alternative. Keeping them on the court is the wrong decision, but it's not like you had someone waiting in the wings with fresh legs who was going to be able to produce how the Lakers needed them to. Their bench really sucked this year, so I don't think that's the reason why the Lakers lost. Now, apart from JJ, a lot of the criticism has been laid at the feet of Luca Doncic, and people are beginning to ask, was Nico Harrison right about trading him?
Defense wins championships.
Obviously, the answer to that is still no, but did he have a point? Was there at least some kernel of truth to why he ended up trading away this superstar? And yeah, Luka isn't the greatest defender. All right, if you look at the series, he didn't do that well. But again, consider some things. If it's true that he has some kind of back injury and was trying to play through it, I think that would have a real effect on how you play defense. I'm not saying he should be let off the hook. I do feel like in this series, not about the finals last year, I already have a video on my channel about how Nico Harrison, one, is wrong about the idea of defense wins championships, but also Luka's defense in the finals wasn't that bad. Comparatively to all shooting guards, it wasn't really that bad. But this time, yeah, it wasn't great. There were plenty of times where Luka just let people blow past him, how he didn't put up that much of an effort at the rim. Like, I think that he deserves some of the criticism for that. But I think a lot of people are forgetting the fact that Luka played stellar defense over the last month in that whole system. All of the Lakers, the reason why we actually thought for a second, maybe they're actually going to have a chance at winning a championship this year instead of next year, was because of the defense that they were playing. This scheme that JJ came up with was really working for them as a team. And Luka was a big part of that, of making it work, because if there's one guy who's not doing stuff, then you're going to have some issues. So Luka was playing great defense. So you could look at this series and say he didn't play great defense. But to me, I think that's maybe the illness thing. I think that's more of the injury thing than like a lot of people being like, it's his motivation to play.
It seems like every year we are talking about, when is Luka going to get it? When is he going to get motivated? Last year in the NBA Finals, right? That would get you motivated. Well, he's 26 years old. He still has upside. He's been a pro since he's been 14. 14 years old. So that's 12 years of being a pro, around pros. At some point, is this just who Luka is? Is it who Luka is?
Like, come on, guy. Like, obviously this guy is super motivated to play basketball and he wants to win a championship. Look at this dude.
Smith three. Vanderbilt the offensive rebound. Luka three. Corner.
So again, I'm saying this isn't the main reason why the Lakers lost. Now, the third one is LeBron James. And this is one that I just do not understand. Do you guys not watch basketball? Like, how in the world are people saying that 40-year-old LeBron James, that it's his fault for the Lakers to lose in this series? Look at his stats. He is 40 years old. Remember when we were looking at Michael Jordan in the East on the Wizards not being able to make the playoffs at that age? I'm not trying to enter into the LeBron MJ GOAT debate thing. That's not what I mean by that. I just mean we need to take our expectations for LeBron and just like look at his age and let that kind of filter out some of those things.
Hey, you played against my dad. Your first NBA game ever. Really? Sacramento. You feel old, don't you?
So if he's burnt out at the end of the game, it's not because he doesn't have a killer instinct. It's not because he's so weak. It's the fact that he's 40 freaking years old and has been in the playoffs for years. I mean, come on. The guy has played like probably when you take all the games and you measure it out, he's probably played like 2 more seasons than the average player just in the playoffs. So let's give him a little bit of a break. And again, when you look at the production that he gave, he is definitely not the problem. He's actually probably the reason why they were able to stick in there for some of these close wins for the Timberwolves. But for me, the main reason why the Timberwolves won is because of the Timberwolves.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
It has nothing to do with the Lakers. This Timberwolves team is great. I knew it going into the playoffs that they would be a hard team to take down because you got Anthony Edwards. All right, this guy, he's made of something else. Like he has all of the talents that you could want in a superstar, and he's got the confidence, and now he's beginning to figure out things. Like he's talked several times about how he needed some help to be able to see what defenses were doing. And now it seems like he's really catching on, and he is playing not just in a way to where he can score the ball. Last year he did that, where he was just scoring like crazy. But now it seems like he's looking for ways to get all of his teammates involved. He's kicking out to the corners when people switch. Like he is doing things. He's reading the court so well that teams better be scared to play this guy. All right. And then you have Rudy Gobert grabbing like 20 rebounds. Like it's hard to beat a team when they're grabbing that many rebounds. And you have Randall all of a sudden being exactly what people hoped he would be 3 years ago. Like he is playing like a true point forward right now. He is handling the ball well. He is relieving the pressure from Ant-Man when he gets double teamed. And then you've got other players. You've got Mike Conley hitting those open corner threes. You have McDaniels just being a stellar defender. This is a really great team. So for people to look at this series and immediately go like it's JJ's fault or LeBron's or Luka's fault and not see that it's obviously Anthony Edwards' fault and not see how he could do this to other teams and that people in the West ought to be scared of this team, I don't know what to tell you, because that was an insanely great series from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Whoever wins against Houston and Golden State, they're going to run into a buzzsaw that is the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, I don't know if they'll be able to get to the finals. I don't know if they'll be able to take down OKC, but I think that they have a good shot at it because they played amazing against the Lakers, and it is 100% their fault that the Lakers are going home.
And that's the bottom line.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, let me know by hitting that like button, hop into the comments, let me know your thoughts, and hey, maybe subscribe if you want to see more.